Episode 6 of Dong Jae, The Good or the Bastard begins with a forensics team at Mr. Kang's murder scene. They deduce that he pressed the gun first, possibly injuring the culprit who in return killed him. Dong Jae looks for traces of blood of the culprit but to no avail. On top of this, Kang's car had been missing, so Dong Jae asks the police to check the toll data to determine if he came to town from Seoul by car, and if so, the suspect might have it. Since he's desperate, Dong Jae looks for fingerprints everywhere but cannot find any until an officer comments on how bad the air smells and how toxic the fumes are. This reminds Dong Jae about the bowling alley owner, who not only smelled funny, but also had been profusely coughing. He deduces that it might because he's the actually producer of the drugs, and over time, the toxicity had got to him. Meanwhile, Won-sung has gotten hold of Chon Hyuk, and Won-sung plans to shift all the blame of Yuri's murder on him. So, they pick up a wounded Jiam-ho from the streets, but when they find him dead, they toss the body back out. Chon Hyuk is threatened to go along with Won-sung's story. Naturally, Byung-gun's only lead on the case is gone. Dong Jae arrives at the bowling alley but finds no one. He asks Hyes Jr. to find who's the alley registered under and to find Mr. Kang's sole address and request a search warrant. Dong Jae, Byung-gun, and Miran all arrive at the police station at the same time, the latter asking about Chon Hyuk. Dong Ae informs Miran about the latest developments along with how the shotgun that had killed Yuri being found at the drug production site with Kang dead. So, effectively, he argues that his case's boundaries have now expanded to cover the drug cartel. Miran announces that she'll give the credit of solving the case to the one who'd catch Jiam-ho and drug maker. This intensifies the comic rivalry between Dong Jae and Jiam-ho, who multiply their efforts to solve the case. Byung-gun tries to find Chon Hyuk to no avail, and Dong Jae finds that the bowling alley owner had scammed an ordinary man into getting the bowling alley registered under his name. Kang's autopsy gives no new lead, so Dong Jae decides to close the land bribe issue once and for all. Since the new developments, Jae-ri becomes free to leave, so Dong Jae brings him back home and compels Won-sung to repurchase the land back from Dong Jae. With Jae-ri back home, Won-sung's lawyers begin working on the drug case that Jae-ri has gotten himself in. Elsewhere, Byung-gun ends up hilariously stealing the search warrant that Dong Jae had applied for Kang's Seoul apartment, so Dong Jae has his junior run after him. In the meantime, Dong Jae gets hold of one of the employees at the bowling center who opens the gate for him. He finds medicine in the trash can, and when the police officer comes in, they find it to be ecstasy. Along with this, Yuri's colleague is able to find a picture that Yuri had taken with the bowling alley owner's face captured in the background. Now, Won-sung holds a press conference, making Jae-ri release a statement that puts all the blame about the drug fiasco onto Yuri and makes a case for police coercion since she had been a police captain's daughter. Meanwhile, Byung-gun finds the location of Kang's car and decides to pursue it instead. The episode ends with Dong Jae determined to win back his reputation along with a massive promotion to the Supreme Office armed with the knowledge about who the drug maker is. Dong Jae, The Good or the Bastard has been captivating so far with the numerous threads of engaging mystery, but this episode takes it up a notch with Dong Jae and Byung-gun's comic rivalry. This quickens the pace of each of their efforts, with Byung-gun leaving morals behind. It literally comes to stealing someone else's search warrants. The episode has the right balance of comic relief and intense investigations. On the other hand, Won-sung leverages all his resources to twist the tale into his favor, highlighting police brutality in the press conference. But amongst it all, who killed Kang and why? And that too with the same shotgun which had killed Yuri. Is it Jiam-ho, since he'd been mysteriously injured? Or is it the bowling alley man?